And welcome back to the channel. We're going to have a go with Empyrion Galactic Survival, but we're going to play the scenario called Ad Astra 2. Basically, Ad Astra 2 is a scenario focused on lessening the grind while still preserving the challenge of the game. It introduces new recipes, adjusts the economic balance, and tweaks gameplay elements including loot probabilities and more to streamline the experience. Primarily designed for single player, but also supports multiplayer for those who prefer teaming up. Note, Ad Astra 2 is currently in development, and they also have a Discord server. It's a fork of Reforged Eden 2, based on the work of RE FF and Vermillion. Originally a continuation of Reforged Eden Unbalanced Edition, but ADA 2 has moved beyond its original UnEd roots. If you still wish to try Unbalanced, and it tells you all the rest of it from there. Right, there's a bit of a workaround when you have to do it because of the size of file that they actually allow you to download. The Steam allow them to download. So I was going to do a continuation of the original extension, but I had another update to Empyrion, and basically a lot of the icons for everything vanished, so I couldn't even see half the stuff I was working on. So I thought, right, let's try. So here we go. Let's see how this goes. So this is another look. Let's say a fresh look. This time, Ad Astra 2 beta. So we'll see what goes on with this. Or you've all been looking after yourselves, keeping out of trouble, enjoying your gaming, however it is you're doing, and enjoying the weather. Have you got any good weather where you are? So what we're going to do is first look at Ad Astra 2. It's going to be pretty similar, I'd imagine, to start out with, to the last one we had. The last one I showed you, I should say, because most of them are at the beginning. So we'll just like try and get into it slowly. We'll start off in a Akua, so can I go over there? Can I? No. Something that I want to look at. So it lets you look, but doesn't let you do anything. Prologue. Journey into the unknown. You crawl from the wreckage of your escape pod to find yourself injured and alone on an unknown world. With no memory of how you got here and little at your disposal, the crackling of your suit's radio puts you on the path towards answers somewhere out in the wilderness of this alien planet. Proceed. Where's this place? Where the hell am I? The last thing I remember aboard, so that's pretty similar to what we had previously. Apollo ship. What happened to the station? To the crew? I got to contact the fleet. Look at that. It does look nice though. UCH fleet, come in. I repeat, UCH fleet, come in. Please respond. There's no response there. Radio static. We're not surprised. Anything? Please command, anyone, please respond. There's quite a few nice bits and pieces around here we need to pick up. Like I say, it's basically going to be pretty similar to the last one we did, but other tweaks, and let's just see if I'm still getting the icons and things like that. I don't know, it's something to do with what Empyrion have done, or Elion have done with the new icon packs and everything, but half of them were missing on me when I reloaded it. It's faint, but that's I can't understand what they're saying. I need some way to clean up the transmission. There's probably an antenna, so we're going to have to look for an antenna in a bit. Have I got anything in here? Right. A gun. Combat knife. Use combat knife. Use that, and I'll keep that there. Reforged gameplay guide, support, Empyrionpedia. Oh. Resource mode, salvage, defense. So we're going to resource mode. Ooh, combat, stab, stabby, stab. And there's a wreckage, a heat signature. The broken antennas where we're going to be going over towards. First things first, let's pick up some food and some other bits. So I'm going to do this. Get a bit further in. I'll get back to the antenna and then I'll bring you back. So I'll catch you shortly. And welcome back. Right, we made it over to the antenna. So like I say, I'm going to... Oh, look at that running around there. I am going to dig down. Yep. So I'm going to dig down and get us connected, which is supposed to be around here somewhere. There it is. So let's see what happens this time. Like I said, I'll jump through a lot of this, basically because you guys have already seen it. It's just the same as it was on me. Oh, there it is. Almost there. So I'll let you see some of it, but I'll jump through a lot of it. Diagnostic port on the antenna should be able to connect my smart suit up to the antenna to boost the signal, establish a connection. Unsupported terminal device detected, updating drivers. Still updating. Level complete. Shaking established. What's going on? Excellent question, Commander. And one I would be more than happy to supply the answer to if I knew it. Unfortunately, I've been offline since initialization. So like the last time, we're just going to go through what's going on, who it is, IDA. So we'll go through that lot. I'll do this and then I'll bring you back once I start doing something else on it. Alright, so I don't want you to see, it was in the last episode. If you watched the extraction one, you've already seen all of this side of it. So I said I don't want to actually bore you and take you through it all over again. So I'll see you shortly. Alright, I've done that one. Flick through the dialogue. We've come back to this one. Chapter 1, Human Debris. Alone on an unknown world, you stand against the unforgiving and alien world, looking at anything that reminds you of a crew. A fleet amongst the wreckage. Are you truly alone? Ida may have found the answers you seek. Commander, I've identified a life structure not far from the broken antenna. Profile analysis has confirmed. This is a Pelican class transport. Got that. Documented decrypting. No thermal electrical emissions on the ground. Judging by the disturbance surrounding terrain, I would estimate the ship's impact to the ground is considerable speed. There may have been survivors unable to detect presence of any human heat signatures. Right, so it's going to be exactly the same thing as previous. So I'll get over to that and then I'll bring you back once we get to that stage. So I'll see you soon. I've loaded telemetry to your data heads-up display. Good luck, Commander. And here we are, back at the Pelican. So, first things first, the ship hit the ground hard enough to split in half. Don't see anyone could walk away. Right. Turn it round. Unless empty contents in. Right, now let's see what I can make. What's this? Sure, the Heidelberg was shot down. Could it have been friendly fire? Perhaps ammunition magazine exploded on re-entry? There must be some records or logs or something that explains this. I'm sorry, Commander. Direction of the blast, so the same as last time. Struck by a plasma composition not in my database. Upon scanning, I have detected radioactive traces of the same plasma on several other wreckage sites in the area, as well as structures near the polar regions of this planet. Strong EM signatures. I have concluded the structures near the poles are likelihood weapon emplacement, communication stations, military functions of some sort, belonging to an unknown faction native to the region of space. Many transmissions coming from our location, but nothing I'm able to decipher. Best give them a wide berth and focus on the mission. That would be the correct decision, Commander. You are alone and unarmed against what can be assumed trained mercenary personnel with superior weapons and a fortified position. This is their territory and the UCH are trespassers here. Best thing you could do right now is continue your search of the wreckage in the hopes that you are not the only UCH personnel left in the system. Anything more work, politicians and diplomats, same before, agreed. Not saying we forgive them. just impractical to attack them now before we understand the situation and their capabilities. I'll do as you said. Thanks for having my back. So, what's next? I'm glad you agree with my assessment, Commander. You are currently the only remaining UCH officer. My duty is to ensure you live and would have to shut down your suit mode functions. You've heard last time off me. What, you can do that? Hang on a minute. Perhaps. It could be a joke. My humour perimeter is approximately 100%. Don't make me change your humour perimeter. Continue the investigation somewhere inside the container. Oh, we're going to have a look at that in a minute. I need one of them. Oh, what we got here? That's an SMG, assault rifle. I need a sniper. Some sniper rounds. Assault rifle. And there should be 5.56. Ooh. Let's move this a bit. Knife in there. So that should be pistol, shotgun, sniper, assault. Anything else I want from them? That's that sniper rifle, isn't it? Yeah, I've got that. Plenty on there. On there, meat. Alright, just yet. It's probably going to waste if I'm not careful, but... Ooh. Medical cast. You know, a medical cast. We're going to need a lot of plasters and bandages. First things first. That's better. Let's light up the area. Right. So I'll go through the guns, what I've got. Reload. We need some more. Should have been assault rifle and then sniper, really. Yeah. Can I make any more? No, not yet. Anyhow. Let's go. Container access. Container compartment appears to be locked. Keypad signal seems to be coming from inside. Open the container. Emergency door released and the underside pushes the container over. A foul smell emanates from the open container. It's going to be a body. Inside the container, a human body wearing a UCO engineer's uniform, advanced state of decay. I've got a body here. Looks like engineer uniform. Biometrics of the body match one Sergeant Plant. So we know about that. Electromagnetic signatures. I'll leave that on the screen because I say we've just gone through this. So just pause if you want to read that. And the same with this one. Search the container. Climbed in himself, protected during the crash, blah blah blah. And again, search his pockets. Credit check, he doesn't need that. And again, search the body. PDA. So I'll let you pause this if you want to read that. We went through this literally last week. Device is no longer here. Yeah. Chief personal log messages. Plant commander. Forward log to the PDA. Access him through the PDA log. Should have known. Bury him. Free to do whatever you like. Burial. Yeah. I guess you're right. Reload container inside. Leave. Container here. Detail the entry fleet system in the Andromeda Galaxy, currently 2.698 million light years from Earth and just as far off somewhere else. So that's where the other source is. We access a container, but there's nothing in it. Signal appears to be coming from a data pad. Oh, I missed the container. I was on top of it. No. There we go. Damaged data pad used for cargo management along with the dipper. Examine the data pad. Screen's crap. Pushing the buttons yields no response. Literally same as the last one, so we'll have to connect it. Yeah, one burst. Let's try. Connect the unit to it. New device detected. Extracting data. Logistics. Download temporary. Transfer complete. Yeah, let's quick read. You see what it says. Runtime, container, steel plate. Most of the crew killed a few seconds ago. Something hit the bow, took half the bridge. Lucky it wasn't me. Thanks to completely justified criticism of Lieutenant Ship Handling, I was ordered to the bridge to prep for the escape pods. Normally I'd call that karma, but I guess not this case. Since I'm standing in front of the escape pod section, the door's sealed. Not that it matters anyway, because the entire section is missing, and unless staying through a hole out into the sky. Probably the last message I make, and I'm making it on Logistic Manager because my PGA is smashed. I hope that Heidi Hull will take the impact and that I'm alive when it's over. Put the pad in container and sign off one last time. So seems to be the end of the message. Okay, so we've got that. We know that one. Notice several inconsistencies between the two logs of the wreckage. However, I'm not sure what caused the contradiction of your presence here. Ooh, what's that one? Sniper rifle, yes. Upgrade kit, long heavy barrel. Ooh, nice one. What do you mean? What kind of contradiction? I'm not willing to speculate at this point, Commander. Let's put them in there. I've marked the ship's constructor on your display. Check the production logs, right, which we'll go and do in a second. Again, same as last time. So basically I'm going to get this pretty much up to where the previous one was. Ooh. What's that? Consider the logs terminal, front of the machine. Mind your jetpack and a suit of light armor. Well, I have got that. Here we go. Looks like the power's out. Should be able to connect my suit's battery to the constructor console long enough to read the constructor's logs. Charging. Still charging. Less than 1%. 3 minutes 11 seconds. Keyboard active. Access construction logs. 66 more items. 8 tents. 8 survivors. Yeah, so basically same as last time. Hoverbike, raiders. Ship supply salvaged with the can carry headed away from the ship, which makes sense since the place would likely draw attention to the enemy if they hung around here too long. I guess we should be on the lookout for a pair of raiders. Already scanned the planning for e-signatures belonging to UCH crew and vehicles, Commander. There are no other members of UCH Navy anywhere on this planet. Okay. You figure out what the problem is? 80% certain, Commander. Final piece of the puzzle, so to speak, should be on the ship's bridge. There's a console there that's still functional but inactive and should answer your questions. So you're telling me that there's a live console on the bridge. He didn't tell me to go there first. Why did you send me through all the digging, dirt boxes full of dead bodies? Everything we needed to know is right there on the bridge. Because, Commander, the console on the bridge is both unshielded and will draw a great deal of power when it's activated. I have identified an unmanned aerial vessel patrolling near your current position, and activating that console will undoubtedly draw their attention. It was necessary to avoid putting you in additional danger. If you want to discover the truth, the console's the only way. So yeah, same as last time. Ooh, what's in here? Anything I can eat? Yeah, I can eat. I'll eat that one as well. Not yet. Ooh. Be up there. That's not the bridge, is it? Ooh. Can't cook anything in there. Almost. Aerodrome appears to be a weak point. Glowing sensor on the front. That is not armoured. Scout rifle or heavy. Yeah, so basically just the same as last time. Activate the console. I'll let you guys read this. Like I say, I went through it all last week with you. After remaining. Log in. Again, it should log me in. Log in. Access granted. One message. And attachments, yeah. Lost. We're lucky past week. Trolls have been closing in. Once forest fires caused the wreckage down, we stay any longer, and St. Emerson won't last much longer with our injuries. Right, I'll let you guys read this. It's just going to be the same as one we did last time. I say, well, from where we finished off is where I'll actually pick up and do more of that. I'll actually do more recording from that bit. So I'll just go through this bit. I'll bring you back after I get to the little unmanned ship having to go up me. So I'll see you soon. And here we are again. Back with the unmanned console. Not the shotgun I wanted. That's what I wanted. There we go. What's that one this time? Motor, fuel cell, steel plates. Hopefully this time we should. There's another one over there. Commander, so I'm stuck in mid-air. It looks like we got our first lead. Somewhere on this planet is a neutral station people use to get off world and regroup with the rest of the fleet. Yes, Commander. I was able to verify the cause of the inconsistencies between the physical logs left behind the individual crew members, which will complicate matters significantly. Complicate matters how? From the level of decay of Sergeant Plant's body and runtime logistic unit, I can confirm with 97% accuracy that 1,452 days, or just under 4 years, have passed since the Heidelberg crashed. I do not know why this is possible. Well, it could be almost 4 years have passed between us leaving Jupiter's orbit and me arriving here after everyone else. Is there some kind of time travel effect through a rift? Time dilation, time travel. Yeah. Unforeseen side effect of travelling through the spatial rift is possible, Commander. And by the same token, so would time dilation in much the same way. Black hole affects the passage of time. Time travel exploration, however, purely fictional. Most likely explanation of your escape pod malfunctioned or was damaged, remained in orbit while maintaining you in cryosleep for the duration. No known causes, memory loss weren't also accompanied by severe neurological damage. I remember everything up to Apollo Station, but beyond that, nothing. Are you saying I could have brain damage? You've passed all cognitive tests I performed, and your physical and mental condition are monitored by your suit, both of which match your previous medical assessment on record, so whatever the case, I cannot discern at all at this stage. Although difficult, previous estimators find the rest of the fleet will be the fastest method to confirming whether or not this condition is unique to you or experienced by others. Until then, I will monitor your condition while the cause remains a mystery. Yes, I better move on then. Alright, agreed. So, it says to leave the area, but basically I'm going to stick around and get some other bits. What did I see there? What's that? Aluminium ore. I get some other bits to do some of my own. After uncovering the wreckage of the Heidelberg and the fate of his crew, you set off after the survivors following a trail gone cold almost 4 years to the neutral station. They got off-world and escaped their Zyrex pursuers. Right, now, if Commander identified a cluster of structures being the destination of the USAID survivors, detecting faint energy readings from beneath the structure with no obvious weaponry. Is that so? Tell me about the place. I don't want to be going in blind. Structure appears to be primarily of wood and stone composites, consisting of 3 living quarters and agricultural facilities. There are several patrolling groups on the edge of their defined territory and evidence of recent drone activity. There we go, somewhere. The drones appear not to be affiliated with the structure below as they're making periodic communications to facility nearby the polar region, commanded to be Zyrex, confirmed to be a Zyrex. Emplacement, they seem to be keeping guard over the residents, making it more than likely they'll be sympathetic to our plight. They would help the cause. Is there used to be a core in one of these before, but I don't see it. It used to be there, so they took it out of this one. Can help us. It would cause unnecessary problems for them if we were found in their presence. Okay. Righty ho, what have I got? Can't access log tanks or any of that. Right, so I'll leave you. I'll clean up like I did last time. We'll get a bit closer to where I was previously, and then we'll take it from there. So I'll see you soon. And welcome back. Right, we're here. Whoa, and we've got to just get out of the way a bit first. Wow. Ah. I didn't know I was against a tree. I ran up a tree, would you believe, after all that? Is there another one? It was a cave. One ran off somewhere. There it is. Whoa! There might be a lot more around here yet, I don't know. Whoa! That made me go. Access a corpse. Okay. Stacks. It says it was a cave. Is that all it is? Woo! I don't think they want me to be in here. No. Right, we know what that is. First time I've seen one like that, to be honest, guys. Try to figure out how I was stuck up, and it turns out I was stuck up a tree. Right. There's the village there, but there was another waypoint. Cave. A crash ship. Right, let's go and have a... Let's just go and have a little look. I need the points because I can bring in, I believe, ooh, I'll have some of that. I can bring in my, my cheap base that I made, which I think could be something. What's that? Graphite crushed stone. Ooh, I'm not seeing that one in it. That's there. Come back over here. So there are some updated decor on this one. It seems to be actually at least loading well. Unfortunately, on my previous one, it didn't. The icons weren't loading in. So I'll leave an actual link to the description of this mod. Yeah, in the I'll get that right in a minute. I'll leave a link to the mod in the description. There's something around somewhere. Oh, that's a spitty. Oh, I got that one in there. Did I get it? Yeah. Would be the best to approach the times between regular drone patrols commander if they can help us cause unnecessary problems for them. Yeah, we don't want to cause problems for them. Crushed stone. I expect this cave is going to be pretty similar to the last cave, but can I do anything there? Oh, suit oxygen with lower mouse. I'll do a few. You never know. Bandages. I have got plenty, but early days. You've seen how mad I'll be going with this. I'm probably going to need a lot more. Here we go again. Doesn't like that one, does it? Trying to get stuck up with the tree tone. So yeah, caves. I've not seen caves like this before. And this is a cure as well. Ooh, looks kind of different cave. Alright, shall we, oh, I've got that over there, haven't I? Just in case. There's a few from that. I'll reload that. Don't turn your back on them, Tom. You know better than that. And ooh, gold coins, gold. Oh, gold. Medical growth. I don't know what that is. Jerky. Can I eat some jerky? Yes, I can eat some jerky. Don't want to get stuck. Alright. Well, let's go back to the ship because I've got some gold coins, which means I should be able to do EVA if there's enough. Oh, that's well worth it. Oh, am I for weight? I'm alright for weight. I need some wooden logs. Bit of stone. Yeah, it seems this has got like an admin core on it, so I can't actually take bits and pieces out of it like I did with the previous one. But there are still things in it, so I'll have to have a look around and see what I can find. So I'll get these over to where... Oh, yeah, I missed this one, didn't I? Not too much. It's not letting me do this, of course. I'll put this in my constructor. So I can actually make a few bits up. Look at this. But yeah, I'm not worried about that just yet. I'll go looking up there. I'll do a bit on this and then I'll bring you back. So I'll see you soon. And welcome back. Right, I've been doing some digging. I've got my own base ready to bring in, but first things first, I'm going to leave that there, because I've got it marked. Let's get this up a bit. And we're going to head off over towards the village. We might find a nice place to... I'd like it near water, where I do my base, to be honest. So let's have a fly around now. So yes, now we're actually playing more towards this Ad Astra 2. And what's that e-signature? Wreckage, won't look at it yet. Let's go in towards the village. Like I said, I'll come back and check these wreckages out when I've got a little SV. But first things first. Oh, this is water, isn't it? Can we bring my... I'm thinking of my own basin, you see. I wanted it near some water. Over there. This side, I think. We'll have a look on the map in a minute to see what we have around us. I mean, it's not the open sea. Just in case. So number 7. Oh, there's loads up there, isn't there? And we're down here. Right, so there's no territory around here yet. I would prefer... That's where we are. I prefer to be near the ocean, to be honest. So, except... I'd like to go that way to the new marker. Yeah. Let's so I'd like it to be near oh, look at it, it's there. I didn't realise it was that close. Over this side. Ooh. Want it to be near water. Let's put it that way. There is a base over there near us, but there's another wreckage we discovered. There's a tree I'm going to fly into because I can. Look at that. I managed all this thing and I managed to hit the easiest trees. So, whoa, let's go in. Let's go away. I just want it to be out of the way just a little bit than what I'm doing. Alright, this was a new marker. Oh yeah, look at this. This is quite nice. So what I want is, if we can find a bit of a, like a beach over there. Let's try over here. Might have to get rid of some of the trees and that. I don't want it to go too far under. Bit of a beach here. Yeah, I think this bit might do us. So first things first. Let's clear up a bit. You'll see why in a minute when you see the size of it, if you haven't seen it already. Let's take that out. Right. F2. This is my own... Oh, I didn't really want to eat that. I've done my own food poisoning. That really wasn't good, was it? Oh, what the hell. I've got stuff for other one. This is what we're going to put down. So let's start production. There we go. So you can see. And then we bring it under the ground. Like that. Now, I didn't mean to go that far down. I could have made them a bit higher up, but for the time being. I don't know if this makes a difference being covered like that, because I know on some of Reforged Eden you could actually hide them. But that's just for the hell of it. Let's just tidy up, because this is what it's going to take up quite a lot of this. So I've got food poisoning. I can't remember. I thought I had a medical facilities in this. But I'm going to have to get in. So. Whee! So I'll do this. So I'm going to dig myself down. And then I'll bring you back. Hopefully. If I'm still alive, I'll see you soon. And welcome back. Right. I've put my base down and then I wasn't happy, so I've been out and digging loads of holes to make just concrete. So it's still basic, it's still down here. I'll show you inside in a second. Concrete. I managed to sort out some guns because these are all separate, and I put this concrete base on here because I made a total mess of the ground where I was doing it, as you can see. So I was trying to level it off to make it in, but I didn't want to go too far, so let's do that. Anyway, I've been backwards and forwards and got all my bits. Now we go down. You have to dig all this out, you see, when you put them underground. They're full of crap. Here it is. Pretty basic. I've just edited that now. I've just put that in, literally built it, and I've also built the guns and that. But basically, it's not a health one yet. It's just a clone chamber. So it allows me to bring it into anything. There's no a fridge. Yeah. A little... I haven't got really much I can make in there. I need to get some more stuff. Got some eggs I could do in there. And a small constructor. That's what I was going to look at now, speaking of which. Can I do the... what do I need? 10 gold ingots. That isn't really classed as gold. It's not ingots, is it? And plastic tubing, so that's nothing there. So, yeah, I've got a toilet, so I didn't die last. I was going to die last time, but there you go, I sat down. So, that is basically the base down. Now I need to get more points because I want to bring in next my little ship, but I need to still unlock medium iron thrusters. There's quite a few things, 12 other devices, and one of them while I'm here. I haven't got loads of spare points and nothing just yet, so we'll do that. So what I think we'll do is we'll go and have a look at this village. So if you want to come along with me, let's go. Okay, so we're getting there now. We've got past the stage where we were previously. Like I say, I was looking forward to playing Extraction, but half the icons and everything I were doing just weren't in, so it wasn't worth it. I did some recording, but most of the things I was picking guns up, they weren't there. Blocks just weren't there, so Unfortunately, I thought we'd have a go at this one, so I'm doing Ad Astra 2. That's what we're going to look at now, so let's get over here, come on. I know I could have made a cheaper, built a cheaper ship, but I just want to bring in something I've done previously. In between, there's other things that need to be done, like, oops. Well, let's use what's in the game. Ooh, dodge, no. So I need to get points, so I really need to be picking stuff, but I thought, let's get on a bit because we didn't do much last time. We just literally got into the game, so I've got myself back up to where I was. I was just putting the base down, I wasn't happy, I went out and did a load of digging. Ooh, there's something over there. Radar structure. Yeah, I discovered... Oh, Promethium deposit. I'll need that later on. Alright, entering unknown territory. So, hopefully, I'm not going to be... well, I won't be aligned with anybody yet, but hopefully they shouldn't be after me. Oh dear. This does go across the water, but as you can see, it's very slow. There we go. Still better than the motorbike though. So we add Astra to it is, so there'll be a link in the description. There is, woo, we put that tree there. There is a couple of things you got to do when you download it separately, but it does tell you everything. So, you know, there's nothing to worry about. It's follow the instructions. They're pretty simple, and ooh, look at that there. Don't want to shoot any of them. That's where we got the chiefs there. Pretty simple, straightforward. I've had to put it on 0. Does this? Oh yeah, it takes me down from Talon, so I don't want to be doing that. You're looking rather good there, young man. I'm just going to have a word with your chief. Right. This place looks like somewhere you'd find the leader of a village. Let's go in and say hello. Why, hello. That's what we're going to say, isn't it? I could have gone in that door. Chief? Oh, cheap base it is. Hello. Oh, there you are, aren't you? Alright, here we go. Look at the design now. Let's talk to the chief. I'll let you guys read that one. It means nothing to me at all. I'm sorry I don't understand your language. I don't suppose you speak trade standard. It's the only translation key I've got. Dude, speak English. I have no idea what you're jammering on about. Yeah. Go on then. Wangatanga wicked wackety wacka. Angry chief, Talon. He's angry. There's no need to be angry. I was being nice. Okay. Dude, I wasn't trying to offend. You're taking the mickey out of me, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, sounds like a song from the 70s. Chief points to a tapestry depicting a pyramid-like tower in the forest. Waka waka taka waka taka, or something like that. I'll let you read it. Gestures the door and turns around. I guess we're good done. We've got to go there. Did you get any of that, Ida? The best I got is that the chief wants me to go to some tower somewhere. I have recorded the conversation, identified the structure. He indicates, Commander, it is quite far from your current location, emitting a low electromagnetic signature. So I send the location data to your display. Go ahead, IDA. Right, here we go. Probably upset him. Commander, I found the location of the tower, something that matches the tapestry the Talon chief showed you. Alright, where are we going? Cheap base. Ooh, baby. I wonder what I'm supposed to do there. Got any clues, Ida? Could it be a trap? Oh, that's the Talon village. It's unlikely, although the cameras on your suit was able to observe the other tribesmen while you spoke with the chief, and most of the people in the village displayed no aggression towards you, merely curiosity. So where is it then if you're putting it on my... That's a village. A level 3, so I don't want to go against them. Most, but not all. Should I be worried? I won't worry about it, Commander. Individuals appeared to be youths. Oh, yeah. So, where are we going to go? There's one thing I know, Ida. Its angries will always cause trouble. Hello. Oh, look, they look good though. You got to admit, don't they? Look at that. Talon warriors. Yeah. Ancient tower. There it is. Let's just. I'm only walking away a bit because I just want to see. While I'm in this green territory, I cannot. He's picking stuff, and that will upset him. Yeah, there's promethium. There's copper. There's base. Right. So. If we drop our magic scooter down, there we go. So let's see what we've got to do here. Would be better with a plane. We will get one. I just wanted to crack on a little bit with it. We're getting there. Ancient tower. Are we still in Talon territory? Just the tower's just outside, so I'll be able to pick some bits and pieces there without upsetting them. Don't want to upset them. I'm approaching the tower. Right, are we outside? I think we're outside. Yeah, we're outside. We never know what we're going to say, so let us prepare. Level 9 reached. Oh, it's a hall of knowledge. That'll be cool. Yeah, come on, because I do need the bits. I need to get me points up so I can unlock a few more things. Ah, looks cool. They've done quite a bit of work on that, it looks like, doesn't it? If you remember it from the early ones, let's just have a quick look around the outside. Shotgun, just because we can, start out with. Yeah, it does look a lot like that. They've done a lot of work on that. Right, okay. Hello, no. I suppose. Ready? Let's fall down. While I found a way inside, that was quite a way to fall. I was expecting a staircase, an elevator, or something. Whatever this place is, Commander, my scans are unable to penetrate the walls. It appears to be heavily shielded, except for a data transceiver, and I am unable to access. What do you mean? The design of the structure is far more advanced than anything in the Talon village, but there are many similarities in the architecture, starting and repeating motifs on both. How could that be made the same people, yet the technology is so technologically different? What could have happened in caused them to abandon the technology and made all this possible? This could be a number of reasons, Commander, but I summarise that the Zyrax presence here is a cause of their apparent regression. Otherwise, they would be standing as equals. Yeah, they'd be the top of my list too. But why would they send me to show me what they used to be? Those devices, be it some form of computer terminal, may contain the answers to your questions. However, without any power, there is no way to interface with them. Then I need to be looking for some way to turn the power on. One of the consoles appears to be different than the others. Possible controls whatever power source is intended to power the buildings. Once the power is active, I may be able to access the building transceiver. I'll see if I can figure something out. This terminal isn't the one I'm looking for. There is no power going to the terminal. It used to be the blue terminal, that's different. Ooh. Right, looks like they're all lit up, Ida. I'm reading increasing data traffic, able to remotely connect to the computer system. I will have a translation key completed momentarily, and I will transfer the files to your suit systems. Ooh, okay. Okay, receiving download now. Translation key has been successfully installed, Commander. Please approach the blue console and confirm it is translating the Talon language correctly. The screen lit up and the alien symbol streamed down the interface. Activate translation. Loading Talon translation key to SSD. Talon.lex. Forward translation to HUD and audio input-output. In the year 2106 TC, the noble Talon, having gained the power of the spaceflight and finally returned to the stars, encountered our first adversary in the form of the Arcanian Republic. An economic power spanning thousands of systems without formal military, they found opposition with our enlightened systems of quality and saw our people as both a threat and resource. With no military force of their own, we turned to an honourable warrior race, with no military force of our own, I should say, great in number and military prowess, but lacking interstellar travel, and uplifted them to be our allies and protectors against the economic might of the Arcanian fleet. With the military and tactical superiority on our side, the Republic aggression was halted and a stalemate achieved. Seeing no way from a profitable outcome for them, the Republic entered negotiations with our Talon Zyrax Assembly to construct a system of codependent commerce between all our peoples, giving up the right to military force in exchange for our allies' protection from external sources in their place. And so, by unity accords, Talaxian Federation was formed. This looks like some kind of historical record. It appears to be details of the rise of the Talon and their protectors and allies at Zyrax. From the dating systems, I believe that will be some 362 years ago, and documents roughly 214 years of the Talaxian Federation history, over 800 pages. That's a long time to be allies with them to be the condition they're in now. I'm guessing the more recent history must be on one of the other consoles. The next console, the red console, which should logically contain more recent information, Commander. Confirmation. Okay, here we go, Ida. It looks a lot better than what I remember. In this bit, right, red console. Running the key. Translating to the HUD. Slowly, the silence spread across the galaxy, engulfing everything it touched. What? Okay, no transmission, no survivors. Gone were the days of the Peace of the Federation. War was upon us again, and bonds that bound us together burned bright as the fires of war were raised upon the ancient evil of the past, our legacy. An ancient enemy we thought left behind long ago, bound to die in galaxy and no way to travel, engulf emptiness between the origins and destinations. Naive we were. Well, while we were bound by lifetimes of memories, they were not. They took a long journey across the expanse with no thought of risk, only the cost of time and journey would take. Emerge here and now, where we once again a peace to take from us what we had built again. To fight was our only choice, but time and distance served only strengthen the ancient enemy. So silence spread like a strain across the face of the galaxy. From where they spread, only silence was heard. Doesn't seem to have anything on Zyrax talking about some war. Whatever the enemy was, it was strong enough to topple the formidable alliance that had ruled the galaxy for centuries. I found thousands of references to the legacy elsewhere in the database, but little information on their appearance and nothing on their language or culture. They can't have been all that effective since this happened, 100 years ago, and the Zyrax are still here. There's no need to know about a dead enemy that we never run into. 106 years, Commander, but indeed the records describe the defeat of the Legacy further on. However, the Legacy were not completely destroyed, merely rendered dormant through the science and ingenuity of the Talon and Zyrax. But nothing that says how the Talon ended up like this. No, Commander. I'm not sure he would be recorded here, as such an operation would be surgically leaving no one to update the records in the time permitted. There were more information regarding the time on the green console. You can always come back and read about the legacy later if you're interested. Okay. Let's go to the green console. Here we go. Running the translation key, forwarding to HUD. Wait a second, the console only seems to have a database of Talon on controlled worlds, planets, dances and other culture stuff. Well, this is probably what the Chief wanted me to read. It's no use to us. Yes, the console appears to contain information about the Talon as a people. Personally, I find it fascinating, Commander. Can you enable an upload connection to the console so I can store these files for UHC database? UCH database. UIDA finds something fascinating. That's the most expressive I've heard out of you so far. One of my perimeters is to investigate and document first contact with any alien species, Commander. I am predisposed to fascination of alien creatures and cultures. Does that mean you're investigating those big-ass spiders we've been running into as well? Of course, Commander. If you would like to know more of the creatures we've encountered, you can review the ecological database in your PGA F1. I think I'll pass on that. Thanks, IDA. That's a shame. There's a lot to be learned from wildlife and an alien world in this culture. Commander, I've detected heat signatures moving on tower in combat formation. I was able to trace them back to a transport half a kilometre away. They landed outside my focus. I apologise for not detecting them sooner, Commander. Well, these things happen. Enemy troops? How many hostiles are we talking about here? There are only 4, Commander. They appear to have taken flanking positions, 1 on the top of the tower to prevent your escape, and 2 preparing to breach the wall. The shuttle that dropped them is still in the area, Commander. I recommend you deal with the situation and leave the area before more troops are deployed. Understood? I'll get it done. There's something not right in the old world. Something definitely not right. Take cover by the power terminal. Going on here. That's one down. Ah. You can hear them, but I can't see them. They're probably up the stairs. I'm thinking about going up the stairs. Right. That's 2. That's 3. That should be 4. Good work, Commander. The transport dropped the soldiers off, approaching with another wave of troops. It will be... Yeah, so what we need to do is... Now they know I was here. It's too short time for have gotten as close as he did. Yeah, let's get... Pick up the XP. Well, we'll go in. And answer questions. We've got to return to the Talon Chief, so let's reload that. He's quite a way away, so let's just pick a few of these. Well, okay, we've done that. Sorry about that. Literally had mouse die, would you believe? So that really screwed me over a little bit. Right, up to date. We're almost finished now on here. Just been attacked by them. And now we go back to the Chief. He's quite a way away. Whoops. Don't want it on that one. So, yeah, let's get on with it. So, yeah, that's what it was. End of the day. I was using the extension one. I fancied using that. But, unfortunately... a lot of my icons just started vanishing, so I've had to leave that for the moment. Hopefully that'll get fixed. And this is once again Ad Astra 2, based on the Reforged Eden 2. I'll leave all the information below the description of the video. So let's get this back to the Chief and see if he actually speaks in a language you understand. Gibberish. Oh look, who put that there? That was me. That was really good. Right, we'll do that. And there we go. We're getting another stage. It's still looking nice. All the icons and everything seem to be where they should be. It's even got some of the updated graphic icons that was recently put in. Also, which were... Oh, here we are, look at this. Also, it seems to be working from the recent patch that came on from Elion. So, hopefully, it's win-win. Let's pick this up. Let's go to the hand. I don't want to upset anybody. I think it's about time I got some answers. I think it's about time I found a way in, yeah. Here's the other side, of course. Whee! You put that there. Why me? I did. Right, Chiefy Pie, where are you? Right, let's talk to the Chief. I see you've returned, traveller. I hope your journey was enlightening. Wait a second, you can speak trade standard? Of course I do. How else would I have purchased supplies and sell ingredients to the traders at the trading station? Then why send me on this wild goose chase to learn your language and history? Couldn't you just have told me what I wanted to know when I first came here? I could have, but then you would both learn nothing for yourself and prove nothing to me. I am now confident you are neither a Zarek spy or enemy of the clan. Oh, he's so nice. By the way, what is a goose? Some kind of animal? Yeah. No, it's an animal, a bird from my home world. And that's beside the point. I was attacked by the Zareks right after reaching the tower. What? That tower contains a record of our history. Much of Zareks would like to refute it. They would never intentionally destroy such a repository of knowledge, as it may still be of use if the war resumed again. What can I tell you, Chief? They blew it up in the wall to get and took out one of the consoles and everything behind it. The red one, I think. By the time I had reached the tower, they'd already landed a safe distance and making their way on foot to the tower. That knowledge is backed up so long as the other consoles are undamaged and it can be repaired. I can tell you what you're thinking. Someone here told the Zareks where to find you, aren't you? Not to put a fine point to it, but yes. Shames me to admit that you are probably right, traveller. I can even understand why they did it. You see, 4 years ago, when the ships of your people crashed into this planet, several villagers were caught in the fires caused by the flaming debris that rained down across the planet. I ordered my people to go and put out the fires of our settlements and those of the neighbours, then to add any survivors for your people's ships, and then to aid. Sorry, glasses are a bit iffy. To my sorrow, when we tried to help your people, they mistook us for Zareks and our aid and attack. We lost many people that night. Several of the young hunters lost friends and family members, and have held a grudge since then. After I sent you to the tower to learn our ways and language to prove you were not an enemy, several of the hunters came to me and demanded that I render you no aid, that instead I should contact our Zareks jailers and trade information for supplies or weapons. Naturally, I refused. I would be a poor leader to lend any assistance to a Zareks who enforce those conditions upon us. Unfortunately, it seems the youngsters did not like the answer to their demands. Now it seems they may have done something unforgivable. These conditions, I never did find out how the Talon ended up this way. Ah yes, that. Well, it's not a terribly long story, it happened long before my time, but if you're willing to listen to an old chieftain prattle on about the past, I'll be glad to indulge you. If only the youngsters had the patience to learn the history, maybe the tragic situation wouldn't have happened. Following the defeat of the Legacy and their forced dormancy, the Zareks who had suffered the greatest, or possibly only, losses in the war, saw us Talon centralised within the safety of our federational home system, far from front lines as cowards and not fit to rule. Suspicion and discrimination escalated, while theories of us orchestrating the Zareks' demise at the hands of the Legacy became common, and xenophobia reigned supreme until it came to a head. The House of Zareks united behind a single ruler, an emperor, and forcibly and violently ended the Talaxian Federation. Only survivors from the Purge were herded into hundreds of planets across the galaxy, some to work as slaves, others forced into primitive conditions like this, kept from technological proficiency by an iron rule enforced by our watchers. That's really all there is. Look around you, you will see the truth of the tale, traveller. That's terrible. Why have you not fallen back? Fighting is where the young and the foolish. I'm too old to fight and couldn't bear to order my people to their deaths, and it will be their deaths. There's no way that bows and arrows can stand against heavy machine guns. We are few and we are weak. As much as it pains me to admit it, we can only endure. Well, we'll have to wipe a few out then. Sooner or later, your people will need to stand up and fight. One day they won't remember the past as you do, and then they'll have nothing to fight for. I thank you for your opinion, Traveller, but this business is our own. Things will resolve themselves one way or another. Shall we get back to what matters at hand? So what now? The youngsters will be apprehended and brought before tribunal to determine their guilt. Selling out anyone to the Zyrex is the highest crime we have if found guilty. I understand. Is there some way I can help? I believe you may meet opposition. On the other hand, I believe some of the other hunters may also refuse the order to bring in the youngsters. I would ask you if you are willing to speak to the head of the hunter and tell him to call the hunters at my request. You will likely find the leader of the hunters in one of the village watchtowers. I'll see what I can do. And that, my friends, is where we're going to leave it today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Like I said, I'm going to do some more of this at Astra 2. We'll see how it goes. I'm sorry about all the ups and downs with the things. At least we're caught up now. Look after yourselves. Have a great Easter. And I'll catch you next time.